Today is a Monday, the 2nd day of November, and what we are doing today is talking to Kuku
Wabazanga. Kasuku. I'm here. How are you guys doing? I've had so many people saying, "Oh, Kasuku, we like you.
Oh my God.
You make us laugh. What? You know, all of those things." So thank you guys. It means a lot. I hope our boss sees those comments, and at the end of the year, you invite me to your office and you say, Kuku was a banger. But you know our boss can't say semaningene.
Which boss?
Which boss though?
The one. Uncle B.
Really?
He can't say semaningene.
What will he say?
The moment he says semaningene, it shifts. They become footballs. If he's to say semaningene, they become footballs. Yes. So, how
have you been?
I want to greet everybody. I've been fine. I've been fine. Last week was very hectic. It's been one of those weeks where I would get home like around midnight.
Why?
Hey, you guys, you know Pastor Iga passed on?
Oh yeah.
On
but when you got passed on a Monday night, then Tuesday morning, Pastor Senyonga called for a press conference, and he said, for starters, this is what I answer. For starters, I think as media we blow Senyonga out of context, because one, he sympathized with the late. He said Chitalo nyo, blah blah. You know how Baganda can be. Then after he raised his points, said, you know, you know those things. But the comments were not good. People didn't like them, and but he's not remorseful at all. He has stuck to his guns.
Some things, even if they are right, quiet go.
No be the car. Yeah, so that was Senyonga for you. So Kati, you know, I these days the good thing, when I do content, I do for YouTube and my shows at the same time.
Now.
You get it? So the shows take like a minute, then the YouTube takes 45. You get it?
You talked to Pastor Senyonga?
No, I didn't.
You are not there?
I was there,
yes,
but I didn't talk to him. I looked at him. Personally, I'm a guy who wants to speak his mind. I want to say things as is. However, people want to bring in the aspect of timing. Of course, because emotions were high and you know all of this. But then what's happened to Senyonga happened to me during the radio times. And people said, you know, people were emotional.
You spoke into his
future. So I wanted to sympathize with Senyonga, but then, you know, when someone has died, it's a whole different story. Right now, Senyonga would be coming out now to say, after they've buried him, there are lessons you learn in life eventually. You come out now to say, but
would it have made a difference?
I don't know.
Since he's a pastor.
The only challenge is the hypocrisy among Ugandans. We talk about Idi Amin. We talk about Obote on a daily. You get it? We talk about those people, Lakwena, the words, we even curse. But Iga was part of us. By the way, he's one of the people I knew personally. And I hope God judges him with mercy. He goes to heaven. And I pray he finds peace. Yeah? He rests
many
in
people
peace.
who are like...
It's no problem. I'm only stating facts. Because me, at one time, I was Iga's PR.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Kasuku.
In my formative years.
When was the best?
Yes.
When was that?
Around 2011,
As in
2010, 2011 up to 2000, I think 14.
Wow,
around
that's a
there.
long time.
You were the PR of Pastor Iga?
Yes. I used to do PR for him. And I could literally meet him every day. I know what we went through. I know what our biggest hurdles were dealing with him. And I've been on TV, I've been on radio. I've told his son. Actually, I have a meeting with his son. Either tomorrow or Wednesday. The sole purpose of the meeting, the boy called me, told me, I need to speak to you. Because I told him face on the things I always used to tell the good pastor. You have done, because the pastor has struggled from scratch to where he was. But his shortcomings were women related. You get it?
And the son might
and yes, and
inherit.
and by the way, eventually he got changed because he knew women were going to be my downfall. He changed, but those cases kept coming
every time.
Yes,
and the latest one.
Yeah.
Was it at Kabalagala?
No, it was at Kawempe.
Kawempe.
Yeah, a woman, because they got so used to him bringing those cases to him. So a woman came and said, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, you raped me and we had a child together. And you know, when he called me, Kasuku jangu tuogeremu, and you could see really the guy is being framed. But I told him, you know, my friend,
this is the problem.
These are the things I used to tell you. These things will come. You know, women, when they sense money, they will do anything. Now, the war with the Senyonga was pure about people in church. You get what I'm saying? So, when I'm talking about Yiga, I have more authority to talk about him. Okay. I know where his shortcomings were. So, yeah. But for Senyonga's case, the only thing I tell Senyonga, I don't care what he said. Did he say the truth?
Did he say the truth?
Now that is the question.
You are PR. Did he say
yes.
the truth?
So that is the question.
Are we going to get an answer?
So now, away from that, yesterday Pastor Iga was buried, and Bobi Wine was there. I came. I like Bobi Wine for one thing. Bobi Wine has some characters of Museveni. Museveni usually studies his audience and gets to know what should I tell them. When Bobi Wine came to church, yabade mu verses. Yabade mu verse ngazisoma oshtegera chengama. So you need to be relevant with whatever you're doing. So Bobi Wine webale kujja to sympathize with omuntu wa wansi, because that is exactly your target audience, and that's where you need to eat into. So they buried the guy yesterday, and after the burial, women were fighting up. Women and their children were fighting.
So how many children has he left?
Officially, there were 15.
Okay.
Because Yiga Ngata when Nabi Mkazi left this son of his, Nam Sembeza. And that was the first good thing he did, because now nobody is going to want to grab the church. You get it? We all know Jengo is now in charge. You get what I'm saying? Which is good. Now, on his deathbed, of course, man, senators are Woburunji. In exchange for shares in his TV. Others wanted to, you know. So you guys said anything to do with the church and TV. I am not touching. I want to. He always wanted to be the sole owner, no shares. So he started selling some of his property. Another is also contention there. The guy who was buying that property. Yes. People are saying, no, it was too much. He has houses in Rubaga. He has he had in Chengera. Hastaiga. Yes. So he sold Nebagula. They bought some houses, Gayaza Road. He shifted his kids, Jengo, and the kids, because he brought together all his kids, and Jengo was the one in charge. They were renting. Is the older? Yes, this is the pastor now. Yes. So they were renting around Busabala there. Then he shifted them, took them to Gayaz. I think he knew he was going to die. I don't know. They usually say when someone can do things when the spirit of death is hovering. Waguru. You get it. So so he left his things in order. Of course, there are people who have come out to say Yigam Mubanja, Pastor Mubanja, Bichi, you know those things. But we hope they will resolve them. Plus these internal fights, the women, like I told you, were fighting. Then the woman that Kwanjulad him came. Who Kwanjulad? Hey, there's a lady who Kwanjulad Yiga. Then they separated. The chick was going to study. She came, Ngahajat. At the berry? Yes. Wow. A day before, actually, on I think Saturday, she had covered everything. Yeah? Oh, my sweetheart. then he said, I go and study and you're allowed. But anyway, he got, so when he was on Muslim Tia, he said they agreed the chick wanted to go and study. And then the chick was saying he has a child with Yiga. Something we never had. Anyway, that is what happens when people die. But I'm sure, baby, about these presidential nominations going on, there's going to be so many stories coming. Because yesterday, I have reliable information. The women were fighting. They were arguing. Bino byange, bino si byange. Pastor yangamba, what pastor te yangamba. So that is there.
But the son will sort it out.
Now, there's an audio that has been going around of prosecutors. There's some guy, some investor who was dealing in Machure. Nibamufera. Have you heard that audio? It's been doing rounds on social media. The guy, they switched to Rusoga. So over the investor then wanted the case to be looked into again. So the prosecutors were saying, we want something. You get it? So they switched to Rusoga. But what I wanted the most were the techniques they were using. When you want to eat bribe in the audio, when you want to eat bribe, you get a random border. You tell him, I'm going to hire you the whole day. So you move. You say, we are going to be along Ginger Road. You call the other people. Send money on this number they send.
Of the border.
Yes. You withdraw. Or you border ngomuta. Ngokwata omulala. Kati ndiwado muwereze, they send you withdraw or you ngomuta. So they can't trace it back to you. Yeah? You understand?
Wow.
Yeah? It is like 20 minutes or something. What? So I liked the tricks they use. However, the only thing I found funny, justice. I don't know if people will find justice if indeed these things are going on. And we need to call on the DPP. It's called Justice Abodo. We want you to, yes, we need you to look into that matter. I'm sure you have heard of that audio that's doing rounds. Because, man, one thing I know, if you can't find justice, it is one of those very, very terrible things that can never happen to anyone. So I hope the DPP, if those claims indeed are true as they say, she can look into them and see how they can prosecute those people that were handling that file, that Machure file. I think they were in Chitugumo or somewhere, another in Uganda. Now, Mayinja crossed.
Did he?
From People Power. You remember Mayinja was in People Power. One of Bobi Wine's tights, by the way. They are both from Gomba. They are both Baganda. And Bobi was the matron of Mayinja's wife at the function. Now, Mayinja goes and meets Museveni. He denies. Eventually, the truth comes out. He even forms a pressure group, Peace for All for Peace, finding a scapegoat. Now, People Power bash him, blah, blah. So, it gets to him. He says, I want to apologize. I want to... So, they take him to Bobi Wine. They meet. They told me what Bobi Wine didn't tell Mayinja. He said, you're a crook. You are Judas Iscariot. You are this. You remember here. We come from this side. Now, I helped you here. Then Mayinja wanted to cry. He said, I'm sorry. So they go, they unveil Mayinja again. They give him a coffee that did fit. It's like... It was like a basin. It was like a basin on the head. A sign?
There, if the coffee did
it means you're not enough. So they unveil Mayinja again, gets a card. Now, last week on Thursday, I think Thursday, Mayinja releases Museveni's campaign song, and I think it's now the official song.
What is it called?
Musei Akalulu. Musei Akalulu. So that Kabuzei part reminded me of Nantaba. Nantaba yaliwa tukusim. Hello? Musei. Bane musirikeko. Musei. Muna abazukuru tebalina kye balya. Abazukuru bagambe. Musirike. Wanji Musei. Abazukuru bagambe. Ngenda kubeera nga imbako. Bane musirike eko. So when I had Mayinja, I said, Musei, Akanuru, Musei. So I was like, so I was like, Mayinja, come on, Nantaba. But anyway, onako rarero, coffee no yavuddeyo, enchange nakuba nyambala red, Bobi Wine. Nerero, nyambade nkofira. It's the irony in all this is Museveni yambale enkofiira ate bagala ba Bobi Wine bambale enkofiira kati ne weewuunya
ne rasho yambadde ya Nancy
Nancy yani simumanyi ate ndako. So to that level, I think in like 9 minutes agenda kuba agenze omulai ku TV nga bagenda basinga 10 ziliko evolution waggulu
Yeah.
ha wabula nange
Bawanise bango.
bali wanise naye ate encha kigenda yitirira tuliyambale ngule olunaku lw'enkya fire bonfire at 6 by the way at 6 p.m. nzija ne interview ya Bobi Wine. I had an interview with him mungenda kuba mukiraba ku Kasuku Live this channel. Don't forget to subscribe olwaleero enkya tuliyambale ngule tuliyambale ngule olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule ne yamusebe olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule